to my dining room. I thought it would be a good idea to sit here because the chat for today is solo dining date with yourself. And I was just wondering, are you the kind of person like I have been, sailing solo through their 70s or whatever decade you're in, and not going out to a nice restaurant because somebody hasn't asked you to go with them and pay for it? Well, I was in that camp. I have to admit, I'd fallen into that camp. I wasn't always that way, but I have been, and got into that rut. Well, I had an experience Saturday night that I wanted to share. I was feeling kind of wealthy because I'd made some money with a little interior design job and had a couple of Steinway checks and some money from teaching watercolor lessons. And I thought, why not treat myself for all of my hard work? My cupboard was bare. I had no plans for dinner and I'd been really busy. It was a beautiful night and I thought, why not go to some of these places that I've read about, heard about, but had never been, because I was waiting for somebody to ask me to go with them. So I thought, well, I'll just take my friend, the book, along with me, Streetcar Named Desire, the script, which I'm finishing up, and into all things Tennessee Williams lately. And that's the way it's going to be. And I also had a premeditation to not look at my phone while I was at the table or the bar, and to just enjoy the people around me and the ambiance and my book if required. And not to mention just focusing on the excellent meal that I would enjoy and the wine. So I was going to go to this Italian restaurant called Louis, and it was about 7 minutes away. I found a parking space right in front, which was great. Like a moth, I was drawn into all the lights and the energy. And I asked the receptionist, I said, well, is there a seat at the bar? And she went in and looked and she said, yes, there is. And I went in, I looked at it and I thought, nah, it's dark and it's really, really loud with the music and the people. So they had outdoor seating that was very nice and well lit. And I said, is it all right if I sit here at this little table for two? And she said, absolutely. And here I could watch people coming and going. And, it was just perfect. Started reading my book, ordered an excellent meal, a nice glass of wine, and I was good to go. I looked up then, and the sign had been partially hidden, I think, by an umbrella, and I realized, wait a minute, I'm not at the right restaurant. I'm not at Louis. No wonder the menu didn't look Italian. And at first I was really annoyed at myself for, again, not knowing where I was going and falling into some other thing. But then I thought, well, I'm really enjoying the food, and wine is really good. It's all good, it's fine. Then I saw this fashionable couple walk in, and I thought, wow, do I know that woman? And I could see the people inside sitting in the front part of the restaurant, and where they sat, they were with a woman that I thought, that's my good friend, Cindy. So I picked up my $15 glass of wine and waltzed on over, and they invited me to sit down and shared their bruschetta with me and some cheesecake that was just wonderful and really rounded off my meal because I hadn't ordered a dessert. And then I had their company as well. And Lisa asked me, she said, are you here with anybody? I said, no, I'm here with myself. The best company I know of. Well, some of the time, anyway. And then I said, I thought I was going to be at Louis. And they said, oh, we go there all the time, but it's right next door. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go over there and check it out, see what I missed. Well, again, they had nice outdoor seating, but inside it was so noisy. The people were just packed in there like sardines. I don't know what these places are thinking. I don't enjoy shouting over a meal and having difficulty hearing what my friends are saying. I don't think I want to eat inside at this place, but I will eat outside because the menu did look good, the food looked good. And then I thought, why not make a night of it and check out maybe 4 or 5 other places, see what the seating is like, see what the noise level is like, get a menu if possible. It's all good research for future adventures. So that's what I did. These places were all close by to each other and on my way home anyway. And I was able to procure menus and check out the noise and the seating and all of that. And I have to tell you, from the valet to the doorman to the receptionist, the maitre d', there's this veneer of luxury and politeness that is really nice. I have to say, I do really enjoy that kind of treatment. And you only get it, unfortunately, generally when you go to a place that's very, very expensive. One of them in particular that I went to was even snooty with me, as if, like, what? You know, what's with that? It's kind of, that cliquish type of stuff. I don't know what's with it. But anyway, it was all in all a very, very successful venture. And I realized I'm rehearsing for when I take myself to Chicago by myself because I'm tired of waiting for someone to invite me to go, or New York, or my trip to Egypt that I'm planning solo, no tour group, no nothing, just by myself and my books and my sketch pads, and that's it. I can enjoy an evening by myself. I would encourage you to try to do the same thing too, because it is a trend taking off. You won't be regarded as being weird for doing that. I realize that, this is probably the secret that I'm trying to share right now, that when you take yourself out, you don't end up alone. And that enjoying good meals and enjoying the quiet pleasure of your own company is just perfection in itself. So anyway, that's my message to you for now. And please like and subscribe if you want to hear more of these adventures. And until then, have a great day.